Hello everybody, and welcome to, instead of a let's play, we're doing more mod making. What are we doing today? Well, as the title might imply, I've got 26 boots to make. Technically I had a total of 29 boots to make, but I did about 3 sets of them, so something like that. Actually, technically I have more like 78 boots to do, because it's 26 boots, but each one requires 3 different files. So you get the idea. Anyway, you get the idea. So this is the Markarth guard boot in black, but I have 2 other variants of it. And this is a NIF scope we are looking at. So here it is in black, but I also did a variant in doing Dawnstar brown and white. So changing the textures on boots isn't terribly hard. It just takes time. Dawnstar black boots. Dawnstar brown boots, go. And we'll do the white version of the Go version of the boots. Dawnstar white boots. My chair locked? I think my chair is locked. The Zero NIF. Now I load the one file. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Go file, from what I believe, is the world model. And when you don't equip it and drop it in the world, that's the Go. Now, of course, boots are always basically standing up in the Go model. The 0 and 1 files are the equipped model, and depending on what type of armor it is, this also applies to gloves, armor, and I don't think helmets. I think helmets don't scale. But this basically has to do with scaling. So this is at 0 weight, this is at 1 weight. So this is actually equipped on the player. Now with boots, from what I've been able to tell from looking at these files and pulling them directly from the Bethesda high-res texture pack, is that boots don't differentiate between male and female. Body armor does, gloves do, helmets and boots don't. So we're now doing the Dawnstar 1 NIF. We're going to have to do it in brown. Texture choose. Dawnstar white boots. Save as. Alright. There's a Dawnstar set. Now we're back to the Go file. I wonder if I just should do all the Go files first and make my life a lot easier, because I can just modify this one file instead of having to keep reloading a new file. So I probably think I'll do that. Because every time you load a new file, you see you have to reopen the tree up here and refine the section I need to modify. While if I just work with the same file and keeps doing save as, save as, save as to update the textures, my life will be probably a lot easier. So we'll do all the Go files first, and we'll do all the 0 files, and we'll do all the 1 files. Right, so we've done Dawnstar. I've done Dawnstar, and I have done the Stormcloak ones off camera as I was testing this out to make sure everything works the way I need it to do. So we'll do Falkreath next. Falkreath Black. And we want to do Falkreath Brown. And we want to do Falkreath White. So we've done Falkreath, we have done Dawnstar, Hjalmarch, Black. I believe that's Morthal, this is Hjalmarch. HJALMARCH. Hjalmarch Black. Hjalmarch Brown. Let's see here. Post a link to this up on the Reddits. Just give me a moment. In case anyone is curious about how you mod armor and stuff like that. So let's see. Is there not a way to respond to one of these? Respond, disable. Nope. Oh well. I will leave it to someone else to figure out how to do it properly on Reddit. Anyway, back to my mod working. So we saved the Hjal March Brown, have we? Yeah, we've got the black boots go and the brown boots go, okay. Hjal March, white boots. Markarth. So I've got Markarth, Riften, Solitude, Whiterun, and Winterhold. Did we do? I did Falkreath. I think out of all of the boots, the Solitude ones look the best. The red just really pops as opposed to the other colors. Like for example, Falkreath is blue, but doesn't really pop. The only one that really pops on these boots is the Solitude ones. Anyway, Markarth, black. Markarth brown. Markarth white. Riften in black. The purple of Riften's actually kind of nice, but it doesn't really pop when it's black, but I think it'll pop on the white pretty well. I think it pops more on the brown, actually. No, actually, Solitude is next. Solitude Black. See, look at that. Doesn't that really pop? Solitude Brown. It even pops even more on that, doesn't it? I wonder what the trousers diff is. That's probably just the pants for the armor, separate from the body texture. Suppose I could probably recolor that, but yeah, I think they're good as they were. No need to recolor everything. I think just having matching boots and gloves and helmets works really well, and making them all a little bit different holds. Whiterun Black, here we go. That also pops pretty well too. Now, for those of you who are wondering, well, is this going to be available today? I mean, I just downloaded the file yesterday. Actually, probably not. Because there's about, if we're going from the starting point, when I had 29 armor, you have to multiply that by 3. You have to do 3 different files. So you're looking at almost 90 different files I have to modify or create. Then I have to go into test edit and create armor entries for those NIF files, so that they can actually exist in the game. So I have to create 90 armor entries, and then I have to modify the 9 guard templates, and probably the Stormcloak templates as well. So that's 10 NPC templates to add the boots to their standard gear. So that's a lot of work. It'll probably take a couple of days to get it all up. But once I have that work done, and I've decided on what I want to do for the gloves, it'll probably be relatively easy, because then all I have to do is modify those templates I've already created. But I still haven't figured out what I want to do with the gloves. All right. White run black. White run brown. White run also pops as well. It's these lighter colors that really pop against as opposed to the darker colors the other ones have been using. White run. Brown. White run white. I think the hardest part is actually going to be creating the outfits for the guards, because I'm going to have to make more templates aside from just the originals. I'm trying to think of the logistics of there, because I believe they only use one template for each guard, so there's only one guard that just keeps being repopulated. So I'm going to have to make one where they wear the black set, one where they wear the white set, one where they wear the brown set. So I have to make extra templates of those. So if there are 9 templates, 10 if we include the Stormcloak, so I can give them matching gloves and boots. So if there's 10 templates, then I'm going to need to actually triple that to 30 templates. Yeah, that's probably going to be the trickiest part. Now the Stormcloaks and the Imperials are still going to wear their armor. The Stormcloaks, though, will wear I believe it's the Jalmarsh, that is their hold, colored boots. Because, think about it. If the guards are the police, then the Stormcloaks and the Imperials are the military, right? Well, when you live in Washington, D.C., do you see the U.S. Army patrolling the city? No, you see the Washington Police Department. And the Washington Police Department doesn't wear army fatigues and all that. However, since they are housed in the Jalmarsh hold, I'll probably give them blue boots to match. We did the white run white boots, alright. Keep getting distracted. Are we on the last one? Winterhold? Yeah, we're on the last one. Winterhold Black. Winterhold one also kind of pops, doesn't it? Winterhold Black. Winterhold Brown. BROWN. Okay, save. And Winterhold White. That would probably work really well in Winterhold, I would think. The white color, because it's a very snowy place. But it doesn't really pop that much, does it? It pops better with the darker colors. Oh well. Variety. I am offering people who download my mod variety. Alright, so now I need to load the 0 files. Did Dawnstar. And we did Falkreath. Did we do Falkreath? We did the Dawnstar boots. We didn't do the Falkreath boots. That's what it is. Here's the Dawnstar boots. Yeah. Black 0, brown 0, white 0. But Falkreath just has the Go files. Black, brown, white. Okay, so I need to go and do Dawnstar Black 0. Falkreath. Falkreath. Did I spell it right? Reath. Black, yes. Falkreath brown. Control S. Falkreath white. Hyjal March. Hyjal brown boots. Hyjal March white boots. After Hyjal March comes Markarth. Markarth black boots. You know, strangely, even though this is a lot of change this, save, it's not nearly as boring as the stuff I was doing for New Vegas, which was all done in TestEdit and was basically just making duplicate entries and changing text fields. Here, you know, I'm making new file names, I'm changing texture files, and I'm actually seeing changes in real time, which makes it a little bit less mind-numbing. Still mind-numbing, but not nearly as mind-numbing as the Armor mod that I have currently on hold because it just killed me to the point I needed to take a break from it. I'll get back to it soon, but I just couldn't do it anymore. It was soul-killing. Mark Arthurite. I mean, this stuff, I spend the time on camera here with you guys, I'm spending, you know, modifying these 9 boots. But last night I was in Photoshop making the 9 styles of boots. You know, and then once I'm done with this, I have to take it into TestEdit and make 30 sets of armor. So it's a lot of variety instead of spending, you know, 4 hours just in TestEdit changing entries. I'm spending 4 hours across 3 different programs, which is a little bit less soul-killing. It's still tedious, but it's not nearly as bad. Markarth is followed by Riften. And because I know some of you people are going to be watching this on YouTube after the fact, in case you're curious, meshes, guard armor replacer, sources, which actually, if you download this mod, since I just package everything together as a zip file, you'll find the sources in there. So if you really are that interested, I have the PSD files for the boots and the helmets available. I'll let that open in the background. See? Here is my texture file. And it's actually got several different layers. If I... Come on. Let me toggle them off. Adobe, let me toggle them off. Thank you. Here we go. That's what it originally looks like. Now, in order to set it up for coloring these bands here, I had to separate it into layers where the fur and the leather were separate. So I ended up making mask layers and desaturating them, which led to having that. And I was just like, yeah, I'll apply a texture to it, and it turns it black. And then we actually have the layer that separates out the leather, which is this. So you can see here, I've got the leather on top of the black. The leather itself is a separate layer all of its own. And then when you start applying, you know, color variation to it, as you can see, like here, when we have it on the Solitude version, the buttons, which are supposed to be steel, end up becoming color-coded. So I actually have a separate layer on top of everything else, where the buttons are just the only thing in that layer. Just so that way, no matter what color of the armor we're doing, the buttons are always made of steel. The helmets are a little bit easier to do. For those of you people on YouTube who I can already sense are going to start typing in the chat, this is incredibly boring. Why did you record this? Because some people actually want to know the process of making armors, and the main reason I'm recording it onto a live stream and onto my Twitch, which is where, you know, I do all my gaming related stuff, is so when people show up in the chat, they can actually ask questions that I can field. Which is why you see the chat off on the side, above my lovely face. Alright, Solitude, black. I want people to be able to do in the future to know how to make their own mods and make life easy for them. Now, granted, they'll have to watch, you know, these videos to get the feel of it, but since there's a lot of repetition, they should really, if they just need a quick refresher, they could probably watch like 10 minutes of it and be good, as opposed to the entire, what'll probably end up being 2 or 3 hours. Well, maybe not 2 or 3 hours, probably, but maybe like an hour, hour and a half. Because this is actually going pretty quickly. We're almost done with making the boots. I just have to do the one pass on them, and then we end up going into test edit to make the entries, to make the actual armor entries. Solitude brown. Yeah, we're almost done because we just did Solitude. All that's left is Whiterun and Winterhold. Now I have to do the ones and the zeros for that. Right now we're only doing the zeros, but we're still almost done. We're 2/3 of the way done, almost. Winterhold white boots. Now we're gonna need the 1 files. So just did all the zeros. Yeah, I've got the Falkreath black 0. So yeah. Falkreath. Falkreath. White boots. HJALMARCH. And after Hajal March comes Markarth. BLACK, save. Markarth Brown. Yep, that's the right name. Markarth White. I see Hetero has shown up. Probably should have cleared the old chat so I can see new stuff. Anyway. After Markarth, I believe, is Riften. Markarth and Riften Black. Markarth. Early start. We only started 48 minutes ago. Markarth. Alright. FT and Riften Black. Texture choose. Riften Brown. I'm gonna get my damn back pillow because I keep leaning forward because leaning back just isn't working. That's better. I saved the Riften Brown, good. Riften White. Riften White. Now, what comes after Riften? Solitude. Solitude Black. We're almost done, actually. Solitude, Whiterun, and Winterold. Huh. Solitude, Brown. Then I move into test edit to make their actual entries. Solitude, Brown. Let me get test edit prepped. Solitude White. After Solitude comes Whiterun. Whiterun Black. Whiterun Brown. White run, white. Last three. Winter hold black. Winter hold brown. Winter hold white. We're done. That was all technically 29 boots. 26 on camera. Times 3. Because there were 3 separate, there's 3 separate NIF files that are required to make 1 set of armor. You have the Go file, which is the world file, and there's the 0 weight and the 1 weight. But now, we have to open it up in Xedit and make the actual entries for it. Alright, so let's see here. These are the outfits. In the original Skyrim, the Reach Guard has Markarth Guard shield, Markarth Guard armor, fur gauntlets, fur boots. That's in Skyrim ESM. Guard Imperial. Guard Sun. Skeleton Thalmor armor. So this basically determines what items they're going to have. Okay. Just looking for all the guards to try and get an idea where they are. Try sorting it by the editor ID then. Alright, guards. Guard Falkreath, Guard Imperial, Hjalmarch, Rift, Rift No Shield, the Pale, Suns, Whiterun, Windhelm, Winterhold. So Winterhold, Windhelm, the Pale, the Rift, Hjalmarch, Falkreath. That's Solitude Prisoner. I'm not seeing one for Solitude. That's kind of a bummer. So I'm going to have to figure out where the various outfits are, but I'm definitely going to have to modify one of these in order to make the ones that show the proper boots. Stormcloak. Is Stormcloak in here? That's some model names and IDs. Alright, so let's see here. That is a armor add-on. E, and where's F? Looking for fur boots. For armor, for gauntlets, for shoes, fur trim cloak, fur lined boots? No. Fur boots. There we go. Armor Stormcloak boots. That uses the boots go file, right? So I have to change the go file here. But I'm also going to have to, let me check. Copy is an override into, yes, I'm absolutely sure. That's interesting. There's armor items for the naked feet, hands, and torso. Huh. Huh. Interesting. Does this mean I could actually make a glove that uses the hands of a Khajiit? Is there like a Khajiit? Naked Falmer. Oh, they don't have names, so they only have editor IDs here. Naked Karis, Naked, HIJKLMNOPSD. Where the hell is K? Naked Cow. Yeah, it's Naked Feet Khajiit. Naked Hands Argonian. Yeah. So I could, in theory, make a glove made out of from Khajiit or Argonians, and you could actually have Khajiit or Argonian hands. Huh. Interesting. Neat. But what I'm looking for is fur boots, which will actually be probably further up because they are FUR. Fur FUR. No. So probably under Stormcloak. Stormcloak Kioras. And look, here they are. Here's all of the armors. Guard armor replacer, guard armor replacer, guard armor replacer, guard armor replacer, guard armor replacer. That's the standard Stormcloak Kioras. Here's all of the helms. Guard armor replacer, guard armor, yeah, so those are all in the guard armor replacer, just making sure one wasn't missing. Here's all the shields. So no shield changes are done, so I don't need to import those. Alright, works for me. Stormcloak gloves. Stormcloak boots. That's the one I've been looking for. Boots M1. Copy as an override into where the heck is my guard armor replacer mod? The hell is it? I really should make a separate profile for doing these. It's just that I've already got a save set up where I can just easily add stuff, and I really don't want to go through all the drama of having to make another profile, but I suppose I really should. I'm just being lazy. There it is. Guard armor, replace it. Go back to form IDs. Close up Skyrim, because I'm not going to need that. Let's do a quick save. So if I close, and close, and close, and reopen that, we'll have Stormcloak boots. Which should also have an armor entry. Stormcloak boots, fur boots. So it uses its... Alright, no, so that's that thing. I'm just trying to see how this links to this. Because there should be a reference somewhere to Stormcloak Boots AA in here. There it is, Stormcloak Boots AA. So it's here in the model number for the armature that it links to Stormcloak Boots AA. Alright, so for this, we're going to call them fur boots. Brown. I don't know, what do you think would be the best way of specifying the color of the furs, just so I can maintain consistency? I could do brown fur boots, black fur boots, white fur boots, so I could do fur boots, brown, or I could do fur boots, brown. Which of those three styles do you guys like best? Fur boots brown. Alrighty, works for me. I want to copy as a new record into remove identical, apply script. Trying to see if there's like a duplicate in here. Other. Copy as a new record into armor, Stormcloak boots, black. It's just the way it's going to show up in your inventory when you loot it. It'll either show up as you know, the name will either read as one of those three. So it's literally what you will see when you loot the item. Alright, this is way too much searching around to try and find the fossils. I might have to do that a lot. Let's close out of that. Make sure it's still in here. Okay, good. Let's switch over to merging base. Baseline for testing? What's my baseline for testing look like? What do I have checked in my baseline for testing? That's way too many. Merging base? Yes, that one I can work with. That'll be a lot easier to sort through. Now, I'll still be testing it on New Giddy's account. But at least now working in test that it'll be a lot easier to find what I need to find. Instead of finding it amongst 255 files. Alright, so this one we're going to call Fur Boots. Black. Copy as a new record into Stormcloak Boots. Black AA into Guard Armor Replacer. Copy as a new record into Stormcloak Boots. White AA. Copy as a new record into Guard Armor Replacer. Good. I close and reopen it. So this one I'm gonna have to change. Armor, New Guard Armor, Solitude, yeah. These are the black boots, so I need to find my Stormcloak. Black boots. M1 NIF. So we're doing the M1s, okay. This is going to be the tedious part. There it is. So now it's linking to the right armature. And we want to do a copy is a new record into that one. White. Stormcloak boots white AA is not a valid integer. That's weird. There we go. No. There we go. So now it's referring to the armature of the Stormcloak white boots. Good. Now for the annoying parts. Going to have to make new entries for all of these. Anything of no need to change here doesn't look like it. Alright. Copy is a new record into. We'll keep it the white. And we'll start with, let me pull up my folder, get all the names proper. Dawn Star boots white. Copy as a new record into Falkreath boots white. Copy as a new record into the one I always hate to spell, Jalmarch. Jalmarch boots white. Copy as a new record into Markarth boots white. Copy as a new record into Riften boots white. Copy as a new record into so Altude Solitude boots white. Whiterun and Winterhold. Copy as a new record into Whiterun boots white. Copy as a new record into Save. So we got all the white boots. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which hold is missing? Because I know I've done all of the armors. I feel like I'm missing a hold though. Dawnstar, Falkreath, Jalmarch, 3. Markarth, Riften, Solitude, 6. Whiterun and Winterhold, 8. There are 9 holds. What am I missing? Those are all my files, I know that much. Probably the Stormcloaks are what? Probably the other one. And they count as the 9th hold. They count as because that's Morthal. Falkreath, Dawnstar is the Pale. That's Windhelm. Whiterun and Winterhold are, of course, themselves. So yeah, that's probably Windhelm shares Stormcloaks stuff. At least here with an armor add-on. Probably about an hour. I mean, look at it. And this is relatively lightweight compared to what we did with New Vegas. Because New Vegas, it was all time in here. For this armor, I've spent time in Photoshop, I've spent time in Nifscope, and now I'm spending time in here. So even though I've had to create, let's see, in Photoshop there was 3 variants for each of the 9 holds. So that's 27 files there. We just finished in Nifscope where it's the same 27, but there's 3 different NIF files you have to modify for each. So you're looking at about 90 files in Nifscope. And here, it looks like it's going to be 27, but that's just in armor add-ons, which has the armatures, the textures, and whatnot. After we're done with the 27 here in armor add-ons, then I have to do their 27 variants in armor itself, which links to the armor add-ons. And then I'm going to have to do probably the same thing in here. 27 variants in the leveled items, 27 variants in the outfits. Though I think I'm going to take a break once I finish putting in all the armor add-ons here and go and play the game. Because let's be honest here, we're already coming up on an hour, we're already past an hour and a half. So by the time I finish putting in the brown and black variants here, we're probably going to be at 2 hours, and working on mods for 2 hours to this degree is, well, it's soul killing. As I've said before, I need to take a break periodically. And then we'll come back, I'll do a separate stream where I just make the armor add-ons, which should go pretty slightly, because that'll be 27 variants there. So I might be able to finish off that. And then, depending on how complicated leveled items and outfits are. So I may be able, on the second stream following this, which will probably be tomorrow, finish off that. And then we can jump into the game and see if it works. On the plus side, once I've created the leveled items and the outfits for all of these and tweak them to add in the boots, I already have the work done so that when I figure out whatever glove I'm going to use to retexture, all I have to do is create the 27 variants of the gloves here. Or it might even be 9, depending on which glove I make. If I find a glove that I really like, but it has no fur, so I can't do gray, black, and brown. If it's only got if it's just like a leather glove and I'm just changing the color of the leather, then it'll only be 9 variants here, which will lead to 9 variants here, which will lead to taking the 27 variants here and just putting the same 9 items into them. Alrighty. We've done the Stormcloak boots, we've done the Dawnstar boots. Copy as a new record into Dawnstar boots. Black. Copy as a new record into Dawnstar boots. Brown. Copy as a new record into Falkreath boots. Black. Copy as a new record into Falkreath boots. Brown. Copy as a new record into Hajal March boots. Black. Copy as a new record into Hajal March boots. Brown. I'm probably going to stick to the ones from the vanilla game, because if I did it from armor mods, I'd have to first contact the armor creator, ask him for permission to use it in my mod, and then I'd probably have to recolor them anyway. Dawnstar, 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 Falkreath, Falkreath, Falkreath. Hajal March is in all 3 colors. Copy as a new record into Rarkarth boots. Black. Copy as a new record into Markarth boots. Brown. But hey, if you find a really nice glove you think would work for the guards from a mod, let me know. I will do the work. I'll contact the mod author. Copy as a new record into Riften boots. Black. Copy as a new record into Riften boots. Brown. Copy as a new record into Solitude boots. Black. Copy as a new record into Solitude boots. Brown. Did the Stormcloaks. Whiterun. Copy as a new record into Whiterun boots. Black. Copy as a new record into Whiterun boots. Brown. Copy as a new record into Winterhold boots. Black. Copy as a new record into Winterhold boots. Brown. Alright, a third of the way done. Now that we have created their armor add-ons here, I've now got to link them to the proper files. And they're using the one files, Dawnstar Black Boots. Dawnstar Brown Boots. Dawnstar White Boots. Good. Folkreath Black Boots. Accidentally opened it up in NifEdit. Folkreath Brown Boots. And Folkreath White Boots. Now to the one I hate spelling, Hjalmarch. Hjalmarch Boots Black 1.
Jal March Brown Boots 1. Hajal March White Boots 1. On to Markarth. Markarth Black Boots 1. Markarth Black Brown Boots. And a little bit of brain fart there. Markarth Brown Boots 1. Black Boots, Brown Boots. Markarth White Boots 1. Riften. Let's save. Riften Black Boots 1. Riften Brown Boots 1. Whoop, completely did the wrong one. And I opened it up. Riften Brown Boots 1. Riften White Boots 1. Solitude. Solitude Black Boots 1. Solitude Brown Boots. Solitude White Boots. We're gonna skip past the Stormcloaks, go right down to Whiterun and Winterhold. Whiterun Black Boots 1. Whiterun Black Boots 1. Wow. Could not speak. Whiterun Black Boots. Whiterun Brown Boots. It's always weird doing this one. Whiterun White Boots 1. Whew. Winterhold, Black Boots 1. Winterhold, Brown Boots 1. And finally, Winterhold, White Boots 1. That takes care of all of the armor add-ons. They have all been added into armor add-ons. Have these been properly updated? No, they have not. I'm referring to this, but I'm not referring to the proper file name, because it's not using the right Go file. You see, I also have to update the Go file. Where is it? This is the Black Boot Stormcloak Black Go file. I'm gonna do something similar here. Stormcloak. White Boots Go. So I've now got the brown, the black, and the white. Technically the brown is still referring to the old ones. Actually, I tend to sleep pretty well. Anyway, so let's see, we've got that. Got the Stormcloak variants in there. How am I feeling? Like, part of me wants to go through and make all of the entries for this, but another part of me is like, no, do it later. So I think I'll do it later. I'll go play the game instead. So I will end the stream here and upload it to my YouTube, and then we will be right back. We will continue where we left off with Sarkana. Be right back, folks. Just want to make sure that the file's actually still in there. Yep.